Did I fuck up the intro of this podcast 4 times in a row? Did I re-record this intro 4 times? Have I messed this up 4 times in a row? Yes, I have. Am I going to record this a 5th time? I don't think so. Fuck it. Yes, I am. Fuck it, I'll leave it in. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm losing it. Welcome to Big Kid with Dave Bryant. The show where I bitch like a little big kid. I'm your bitch. I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. And I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Did I have to record my stupid little intro 5 times? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did I have to stop pausing and re-record 5 times? Yes, I did. Is this the one I'm going with? Yes, it is. Is it the best one I can come up with? No, it's not. But this is how we're starting. This is how we're starting. Woo! Oh, man. See, fucking Apple. I open my MacBook like I do every day. And today, it asks me, or not even asks me, it just tells me that all my shit is signed out. It says sign back in. And I'm like, all right, usually, I'm spoiled. MacBook, this is on you. Because this is what it does. It asks me one time for my password, like when we first meet. And then it says, give me your fingerprint and your eyeballs. And like, I give it my fingerprint and my eyeballs, and suddenly I have Touch ID and Face ID, and I never have to put my password in again. Now, fucking, we've been together now, MacBook Pro and I, for like years. And today, it decides to sign me out of everything and has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to ask me, hey, put in your password. And I'm looking for like the area where I put my finger. Nowhere to be seen. I'm touching my MacBook and it's like, not this time. Type it in, bitch. Type that shit in. And I'm looking at it like, really? Really? I'm just getting ready to roll. I'm getting ready to feel like a big kid again. And it type it in. The fuck? So I type it in and it's like, nope, not the right one. Wrong. And I'm like, really? I have to go to my Apple iPhone. Because, of course, Apple's got me by the balls. They have my MacBook and my iPhone. So I go to my iPhone. And it doesn't want to let me do my Face ID to do it. It says, what is your phone's password? And I put in the little password, and it's like, all right, but now what's your Apple ID password? I'm like, damn, those are 2 different things. Fuck. So I put it in, and my iPhone's like, you tried this with MacBook. But you don't think we talk? You don't think we know the same thing as the other one does? You don't think we are a matrix? They're like the agents in the Matrix. I'm Neo. They're like, nope. Doesn't work here, Mr. Bryant. So, I have to come up with a new password. And I put in a new password, and guess what? Guess what it says? Guess what it says? It says, new password cannot be the same as the last one. Then why? then why did you tell me that my password was wrong? So here's what I do. I'm not even 5 minutes, son of a. Here's what I do. I come up with I come up with an old password that I haven't used in forever, and I'm like, all right, you want to play games, Apple? That's me typing all pissed off, all right? And I type in a password, and then it says not good enough. Because apparently, like, I had 3 characters of the same in a row, and I was like, you know what? That's a stupid password, Mr. Bryant. Try again, you stupid idiot. And I even failed at coming up with a password. That's how big of a failure I am in life. That is how pathetic I am. I failed at coming up with a password. Apple said no. Try again. So I came up with something that I've never used, and you know what? That's why I'm going to forget it the next time it tries to play games with me like this again. It's going to lull me back into a false sense of security with my fingerprints and my eyeball prints. Face ID. I know what it's called. And then 7 months from now, it's going to be like, hey, what was that password? Now I'm going to try again 3 times, and it's going to call me stupid 3 times. And I will fail again. And again, my psyche will be fractured. This was all before I even... This was not a bullet point in my outline. By the way, I don't even have an outline. I just copied and pasted my notes from my iPhone. That's my new method. That's my new method, and I don't care anymore because it's easier. It's so much easier. I just come here pissed. Cheers. Look at that. I put my bottle cap in the Heineken freaking 6-pack carton container thing. Whoo! I'm learning. I don't want to hear my girl be like, oh, that's why there's bottle caps on the floor. Nah, I'm learning. I'm cleaning. By the way, I will not name my podcast Big Bitch with Will Bryant. You know, I saw some friends this weekend. They came over to watch WrestleMania with me on Sunday. Awesome night. We had a great time. Cody lost, but we still had a great time. And let's see, it was Keith, Cole, Teddy, Lenny, and Martin. And if anyone is wondering, beyond the shadow of a doubt, are these individuals part of A Squad? Mm-hmm. Dude, someone I went back to school with, well, not with, but like when I went back to school when I turned 30, and everyone else was like 19. When I was the oldest man alive. I probably haven't talked to him directly in like 2 years. He texts me out of the blue while I'm working. He's like, hey man, just want to say, been listening to your podcast. That sucks, bro. B Squad friends. You see that, Chanel? This is how deep your cuts have sliced. The ripples in the waters of my soul have extended so far that friends that I haven't spoken to in years are reaching out to see if I am okay. The seismic waves of your actions have reverberated so far that lost contacts have suddenly reached out to make sure that I am still whole, you know? That's what happened. Anyways, friends came over. It was fun. Good time. Every one of them came at one point, quoted or mentioned some part of some episode that I've recently put out and cited it as like their favorite or their funniest part or whatever. By the way, not like, I swear I did not go up to each friend and be like, hey, you, what's your favorite part of Big Kid with Will Bryant? The show that makes you feel like a kid again. I'm your host, I'm Will Bryant. What's your favorite part? I swear I never asked them anything. They offered the information on their own. I promise you. I'm not that big of a narcissist. I'm pretty big of a narcissist. Pretty big. And I'll tell you why. Because every time that they said something, these last couple of episodes have been so stream of like thought, just stream of conscious, me not really thinking about what I'm going to say beforehand, that it makes it a little bit difficult for me to remember what I said after the fact. I kind of know what I've talked about, but sometimes I forget specific things. Like, so, you know, my buddy Lenny came in here talking about some line about me taking a maiden voyage. And I was like, what are you talking about? And when he told me in detail what I was talking about, this is how I am a narcissist. This is how I know I have an ego. When he finished telling me, my first thought was, oh, that's good shit. That's funny. I'm glad I said that. That sounds top notch. And it happened every time somebody told me like a part of their, like what they liked from an episode. Same thing. Teddy would tell me something and I was like, I said that? What part was that? He would tell me like, oh, okay, yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that is good. I am a comedic genius. That's good. Yeah. Every time Cole would tell me, oh my God, he cried. He's like, oh man, when you called me like I lied because I'm a finance guy. I was like, oh, I did say that. I forgot. I forgot how charming and whimsical I can be. I am a genius. I am a comedic genius. I see why. So I am still a narcissist and egotistical in a way. By the way, almost all of my friends while they were visiting me also immediately had a pitch for a new name for my show. Because obviously everybody knows more than me. So I told my friends, I'm not sure if this is going to be the name for a long time or forever or whatever, but I do know that until I hear another option that immediately strikes me as I love that I'm just dragging a bottle opener across my table, like that makes for good audio. I'm talking about the future of my podcast, and I'm like, man, I'm not sure. Fucking put the bottle opener down, dude. Where was I, Will, before you were stupidly interrupting yourself? Yeah, my friends had some suggestions for names. Some were whatever. And some were not whatever. Some were less whatever. And I remember telling Teddy, I was like, yeah, it's not bad. Whatever he came up with. I don't even remember what it was. But I was like, if you suggest a name to me and it doesn't immediately hit me like a lightning bolt, like, wow, I can't believe I never thought about that, then that's just not it, you know. And for now, I'll stick with this. And I will say this: my friend Lenny that I was talking about, he's very smart, but it's always about things that I feel like I have a lot of knowledge about trivial shit that will never matter ever, except now I record myself once a week, so maybe I can use that. I don't know. This dude has like knowledge about shit that like I don't think anybody cares about, including like the people or the person the knowledge is about. He'll talk to me about like a painting he saw somewhere, and he'll be like, oh man, this artist used these colors, and I'll be like, fuck. Immediately don't care. I know Lenny's hearing this like, well, fuck you then. I'll never tell you about another painting again. Oh, darn. No. I bring this up because he's like, oh man, do you know a lot about German words? Really? Really? I'm surprised you didn't ask me if I enjoy wine and if I have my own vineyard. Do you know a lot about German words? Why, Lenny? Why? Fucking go ahead. You set yourself up. Why? No, I know nothing about German words. Why, Lenny? And he goes, you know what you should name your podcast? Oh, didn't see that one coming. Had no idea that the setup of a German word, the questioning of my knowledge of German words was going to lead to another suggestion for yet another name for my podcast. Because, I had buddies be like, you should call it like Will Rants. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, Will Rants with Will Bryant. Not bad, I guess, but I don't want to always rant. Is it my fault that I'm like the Hulk? When in the Avengers, the first Avengers, where Loki was the bad guy, and I think it was either Chris Evans if not Robert Downey Jr. But I want to say Captain America goes to Mark Ruffalo. He's like, hey, can you get angry? And Mark Ruffalo turns around, he goes, I'm always angry. And then fucking turns into the Hulk and hulks out. That's kind of me. Even when I'm smiling, I'm always angry. So even though I'm always hulking out, I don't want to all the time. I don't want to have to all the time. I don't want to rant all the time. It just happens. I was coming in a good mood. And then MacBook was all password fucking, pissed me off. When I was going to talk about my friends coming over this weekend, it wasn't going to be in a bad mood. It was supposed to be a happy story. I was happy to see them. Don't I sound happy? I was happy to see my friends. Watching WrestleMania with my friends. Oh, WrestleMania. That was great. But fucking password bullshit got me all riled up. I didn't mean it. It just happens. So is life, c'est la vie. That is a French phrase. Do you know a lot about French phrases? You don't? Don't worry, because I don't know a lot about German words. Boom! See how I tied that all back? So my buddy Lenny goes, you should name your show. And then of course, Lenny tries to pronounce it more German than a German person would. He goes, you should name your show Schadenfreude. And I'm like, what the motherfucker? And he looks at me, and he looks at Martin, and he looks at Keith, and he looks at Cole, and he looks at Teddy with a fucking smile on his face. He goes, and he just like stands there like, you guys know what that means? No, man, none of us fucking know what that means. Just go ahead. Say the next sentence. Keep talking and finish. He always does that. Whenever he tells us about something in a different language, he pronounces it in a more than that a person from that country would. Like if Ferraris are Italian, right? Right? I'm not an idiot. I am, but are they? An Italian person will be like, oh, I drive a Ferrari. Fucking Lenny will be like, oh, yo, did you see that commercial with the Ferrari? It's like, bro, not even Italian peoples go that hard. Hey, bro, do you guys know a lot about German words? No. Obviously not. I didn't even graduate college, but I sure as hell didn't take German in college or in high school. Do you know about German words? The fuck? No, I don't. You should name your show Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. And we had to be like, gee, Lenny, what does Schadenfreude mean? And then he looked at us and he was like, no, it's pronounced Schadenfreude. And we all knelt and bowed and humbled ourselves because he's smarter than us. And then he told us what it was. And then we took a lot of shots and I kind of forgot. So I had to look it up again because I wrote down the word Schadenfreude. And by the way, he asked me in the moment. I remember this much because we took a lot of shots that night. But I remember this much. We took a shot for every match of WrestleMania. We did. Even the impromptu one. Most of us did. I won't say who bitched out and stopped taking shots like halfway through. I won't mention Cole's name. But one person bitched out halfway through. One person. Name's Cole. That will remain nameless. But Cole did. He bitched out. So a lot of shots later, I forgot, but I wrote it down at the time. So I was like, I have to, that's what I do now. I start writing shit down just to talk about it once a week. It's going to get to the point where if I see someone and something is an entertaining story, I'm going to stop talking about it and I'm going to just fucking go to my computer and talk about it once a week. Not really. I'll just talk about shit again. Some of my friends are listening to this for this, they went through this, so they're hearing this. I don't care. I write it down, and here's the thing. Lenny asks me, oh, this son of a bitch. He asks me, because he knows I'm writing it down. He's like, oh, do you know how to spell it? And I fucking, you know what? Besides S, I had no idea. But you know what I told him? You want to know what I told him, yes, I know, don't even. And I wrote it down, and it took me so long to find it in Google. I was so wrong. I was so off. But did I tell him in person? No. Cause fuck him with his fucking, do you know German words? No. But I'm not going to ask you to fucking spell one for me either. Not. You wonder why every year your birthday cake says fuck you, Lenny, on it? It's because of moments like this. Moment like this. Do you ever wonder why your birth cake says... Your birth cake. Woo! Fuck that up! Fucked that up. So bad. I was doing so good, and I fucked it up so bad. Moving right along. It took me forever to Google Schadenfreude because, I spelled that really bad. I eventually found it and had to Google the definition because even though Lenny lectured me like a professor in the middle of WrestleMania on the meaning of it while trying to make me change my podcast to that word. He tried to make me name my podcast Schadenfreude. This is the definition of it. It is the experience of pleasure or joy or self-satisfaction that comes from learning of or witnessing the troubles, failures, or humiliation of another. Damn, bro. Damn. He says he told me that like the word kind of comes from like bad friend or something like that, or joy friend. I don't know. So he says my podcast should be named Schadenfreude because that's the most marketable name that could connect with everybody. Because my podcast is essentially the experience, the pleasure, the joy, or the self-satisfaction that you guys get from learning of and hearing about my troubles, my failures, and my humiliations. You guys love it when I fall in the bathroom and smash my ribs on the shower edge. You guys love it when I run into parked cars. You guys love it when people tell me to smile at a bar that I'm working at on St. Patrick's Day. You guys love it when people get my attention while I'm working by going, yeah! You guys love this stuff, man. Schadenfreude. And even right now at home, wherever Lenny's listening to this right now, I know he's just saying, wow, he's pronouncing it so wrong. He's mispronouncing it so bad. Well, I'm sorry, because you know what? I'm not an expert in German words, bro. Jeez, ease up. Ease up, because I feel you. I feel you right now. I sense the future, because you're not listening to this while I'm saying it, but I know that the moment you hear it, I know how you're gonna feel, and it's just you're so annoyed right now. You're like, wow, he can't. Well, he should at least learn how to pronounce it. Well, I didn't, okay, and I'm sorry. Enjoy this moment of my failure. Enjoy this. You know what that is? That is Schadenfreude. You know what? Here we go. This is for you. Let's try it. Let's try it. Ready? Watch. We're gonna put the intro music right here. Here's what we're gonna do. Ready? I'll be right back. Yeah! What is up? And welcome to Schadenfreude with Will Bryant. I'm your Schaden, your Freuden, and this is the show where your Scheidens get Freudened. I'm your host, I'm Will Bryant, and it's time for me to tell you about my failures, my humiliations, and all whatever that else it is that you people like to laugh at. It's time for Let's get the show started. The Schadenfreude Show with Will Bryant. Did that sound good? Was that good? Did you like that? No? I don't know. I tested it out. Sorry if it didn't work. I don't think. We'll see. We'll see what the feedback is. People have a week to tell me how they feel. You know? So we'll go from there. I'm a little worked up. Go figure, bro. Go figure. I'm worked up. Kind of nuts. You know, My buddy Martin brought something up that I hadn't really thought about in a long time. Who out there remembers those pants, those jeans, or those like sweaters, or even those fitteds that had every logo of every NBA team on it? They had a patch of like all 30 NBA teams. If it was jeans, there's a patch all over them. 30 of them. All the teams. If it was like a sweater, all over it. If it was a hoodie, not a hoodie, a fitted, small little patches, 30 of them, all over them. Y'all remember those? They were hot like in 2004 maybe? Around that time, before I was in high school. So I'm the youngest guy alive. I'm the youngest old man around. Do you remember those? So Martin told me he had that fit. That he had like the jeans with every logo ever of all time, with the fitted every logo ever of all time. And man, I would love if he still had that outfit to wear. And I started thinking, and I told them that day, I started thinking about the clothes that I had back then, man. And how it's like completely different from what I rock now. And see, now I'm in. Dude, I used to be 225 pounds at one point. I am coming at you at a lean, mean, like 165, between 160 to 165 usually, depending what I just ate. And I love that people are always like, "Oh man, that's good. That's good, man. Good for you, bro. That's good for you." And I'm like, I always hate taking like false compliments. Actually, I've learned throughout my life that I'm bad at taking compliments in general, and I didn't really realize that until more and more people started telling me that. And I started realizing it's weird because, as I said before, I am a narcissist. I am egotistical. I should love the compliments, and like in theory I would, and I thought that I would, and that I would like to hear them. But when I do hear them, although part of me enjoys it outwardly, actually it kind of makes me a little bit uncomfortable if I am telling you the truth, and I kind of downplay it. I deflect or negate it, and I've been told that a couple of times throughout my life by multiple people. So it's weird because I am hugely egotistical, but I'm not the biggest fan of compliments. I don't know. Maybe if there's a way to compliment me behind my back, but like record it so I could see it later, but not have, like, not be in front of the person complimenting me while I hear it. You know, like maybe that's how it should be done for me. Maybe it's being in the presence of the complimentor or whatever. You know, I don't know. Maybe I just have a lot of issues. Maybe that's what it is. That's what I think I'm learning week by week here on Big Kid with Will Bryant. A show that makes me seek therapy again. I think that was another suggestion by somebody. You should call it like therapy sessions by Will Bryant. I'm like, yeah, I don't think no one's had taken that name on. Oh, you know what I saw? Someone started a podcast called Big Kid like 2-3 weeks ago. I was like, really? Damn, bro. All right. I'm like right here, but cool. No doubt. There is like a Big Kid podcast, but not just Big Kid with somebody. He's this Big Kid with and then his name. I'm like, well, I am Big Kid with. Well, I guess, well, whatever. As many different names are out there, there could be as many different Big Kid withs, huh? Again, I'm not even married to this name. I wonder how many podcasts out there are called Schadenfreude. I wonder. Jump on that trademark, bro. So, speaking of trademarks, every logo in the NBA is trademarked. Bam! Brought it back. You like that shit right there? So Martin had this fit with every NBA logo on it ever of all time. Not of all time, but at least current. And I was like, man, I remember at one point back then, first of all, I was definitely into the baggy clothes because everybody was into the baggy clothes. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Let's bring it back. I forgot. We were talking about, everyone in this room right now was discussing one topic. I used to be 225 pounds. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. And I hate accepting false compliments. I hate accepting compliments in general. That's why we got on that. And people, when they tell me like, oh, you know, good for you, blah, blah, I'm kind of, depending in the setting, I'm kind of quick to like just tell them the truth. I'm kind of big on that. And I'm like, nah, you should not really be complimenting me on weight. Like, thank you, but no. Like, no one should lose weight the way that I lost weight. Like, oh, how'd you do it, bro? You know, just a lot of cocaine and painkillers, you know, throw in a little bit of insomnia and a really poor diet. And then they look at me like, okay. Yeah, I had like a really bad like semester or two in when I dormed in college. I have an addictive personality. No matter what, I will be addicted to something. I knew I was going to be a pothead before I ever smoked weed. I don't know why, but I knew it. And the first time I smoked weed, I was like, yep, knew it. I knew it. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Because I smoked weed. And I'm a pothead now. And so I smoke these blunts. I knew I was going to be a pothead before I ever smoked weed. I have an addictive personality. I think I just knew that I was going to be addicted to something. And I've been addicted to many things. One of those, two of those, a couple of those addictions made me go from 225 to like 155 in one semester. I was dorming. When I came back home, my mom cried because being the, shall I say, not so grounded, kind of over dramatic. I don't know. I'm trying not to gaslight my mom, like a random, like my mom. I'm trying not to gaslight my mom, but can you gaslight a mom? Because like moms are over dramatic, isn't that like by nature? I know it's gaslighting when you tell somebody that you're being dramatic and you're being crazy, but when it's your mother, is it really gaslighting or is it just the truth? I mean, there goes my show. Just got canceled. I'm done. No, but can you gaslight your mom? Because you all, come on. You've never looked at your mom and been like, that's a bit much. Yeah, you never looked at your mom while she was being crazy and then realized why you yourself are fucked up and crazy and you're like, oh, I had no chance. That's why I like the Mets and the Jets and the Knicks, because they're a metaphor for me. Every year I have hope for them. Every year. And every year they let me down because there was no way. They had no chance that season of coming out and not being fucked up somehow. And me, I came out and I had this stupid little saunter like, yeah, I'm going to not have any issues in life. And then, no, I had no chance. No chance now. Actually, I had a great mom. She's not that crazy, but all moms are a little crazy, right? All dads are a little something either. So I don't know. What are all dads? I didn't have one for a while. You guys tell me. What is a dad? First of all, let's start there. And then, once you guys explain to me the concept of a father, go from there and then tell me how they can be flawed and how they fuck up. No, I know. I get it. So, my mom was a little over dramatic when she saw me coming home after that semester. And she, I swear to God, asked me if I had AIDS. Her second question was, are you sick in any way? Switch those around a little bit. Start off with, are you sick? Maybe. Don't just torpedo me with, She said it in Spanish too. She's like, ¿Tienes sida? And I forgot for like 1 second what sida was. Because remember, AIDS, AIDS is not the same in Spanish. It's C or SIDA. I forgot for a little second there. She said, ¿Tienes sida? And for a second, I thought she was saying, ¿Tienes sed? Which means, are you thirsty? And I was like, no, not really. So my mom asked me if I had AIDS, and my response was, no, not really. Jesus. ¿Tienes sida? No, not really. No. Do you have AIDS? No, not really. The hell? Do you know how that fucking weekend went? Jesus. Heineken's done. Switching to PBR. Woo! Anyway, I lost this weight, 225 pounds to like 155 through unhealthy manners. And I went from like wearing, you know, that's how stupid I am. All my clothes was fitting so loose. My belt was, I had to go from like the first loop all the way to the last. And I didn't put it together. I didn't put it together until my mom asked me if I had AIDS, and I said, not really. Oh man. And I realized I had to get a new wardrobe. I had to go down in size. And suddenly, man, I went from like double XL, XL to like medium. And then once I started like really, because here's the thing, once I lost the weight in an unhealthy way, I kept it off in a healthy way. I stopped the coke. And here's another thing about false compliments. When I tell people, when someone offers me coke and I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. I used to a lot, but I don't anymore. They're like, oh man, good for you, man, good for you. And I'm like, well, not really. See, I have a deviated septum, and if I did coke right now, my nose would be fucked up for about 2.5, 3 weeks. So it's just not worth it. But if I had a healthy nose, Sniff City. If my nose was good to go, Sniff City. Bro, let's go skiing. I'd be slalom, black diamond that shit, bro. Ooh, fucking, yo, let's go on a skiing trip right now. Who's down to go skiing with me? Oh, where do you want to go? Oh, only one place to go skiing, my friend. A Sniff City. So I don't accept the false compliment. This is the worst show I've done in my life. Oh my God. I'm a terrible person. So I don't accept the compliment. I say, look, it's not like I stopped doing coke because I went to like through the 12 steps or something. I stopped doing coke because my nose gave up. It gave up. I'm mad. I'm jealous because I know people. You know what? Let's just say there's people out there that have done pounds of cocaine more than me, and their nose is still gone. Mine, I had like one good year. I'm the Brandon Roy of cocaine. You know? I had like 2-3 good seasons, and then my knees gave out. I was the biggest what if in the game. I could have been a Hall of Famer. I could have been a contender. You know? But my nose gave out. So I don't accept those compliments. My God, I started off telling one story and I'm like 7 mini stories in, but I swear to God I'm coming back. I kept off the weight in a healthy way. I don't do cocaine anymore. I don't do painkillers anymore. I get more sleep. I'm not an insomniac anymore. My diet's a little bit better. It was really good for a while. Now it's kind of crap. But like, yeah, I'm going to get back to it, you know? So something happened. I can't, you know. Only recently did I start buying some like extra large, double XL. I even have like a triple XL thing just because like, you know, the super baggy style is like kind of in a little bit, but not the same as like in 2005, but whatever. And now that I did lose, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, for whatever the math adds up to, I wanted to, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I had to let it show. I had to show the world that I am not that big boy anymore, baby. You know? I had to just come out. So I was wearing, if small wasn't small enough and they didn't have an extra small, shoot. Yeah, I still wear kids extra. I already talked about on the show how I wear kids extra large. Come on. You don't think I know I'm a medium in women or a size 8 in their jeans or pants and that I can do petite? You don't think I know that? Point is, I used to dress, when Martin had all those logo jeans and pants, I mean the jeans and the fitted, when he had that, I was walking around, we didn't know each other at the time, but I was walking around with like some baggy ass clothes, you know. I had the headbands, the wristbands, and at one point it went from like beyond baggy, dude. It went to I don't know how many of y'all out there remember, I don't know why I just turned into someone from the South. How many of y'all out there remember them tall man tees? I tell you, that'd be a hootenanny down in the Dickens if y'all didn't wear them old tall man tees down there. Y'all tell me about that right now. Do you guys remember tall man tees? It was a t-shirt that was the same size from like your shoulders to like your waist, but then it just kept going for another mile. It literally went down to like your knees. And some people like would wear a tall man tee that was even like too big for them, and it would go down to like their calves or their ankles. For some of, I bet you there were people out there that wore tall man tees that went past the bottom of their feet. Do you remember, do you know like when a baby, what's that baby cartoon character that walked around and like had no legs because it was always just in that baby like outfit or whatever? That's what people started looking like when they bought the tall man tees. That's what it was. And I had a bunch of these tall man tees. You know why? Because they were like $4. I don't know how 70 yards of cloth amounts to $4, but it did. At least it did in Queens. You know those flags that like they have during the Super Bowl that cover up the entire football field? That's how much cloth it takes to make a tall man tee, and it only costs $4. That's incredible, guys. Where do they make those tall man tees? In Wakanda? There's more cloth in a tall man tee than in most third world countries. And it's $4. And I had like 12 of them. One day, when I became the skinniest man in the world, I realized I didn't need the 17 tons of cloth anymore. So I was gonna throw them out, and my mom was like, no, don't throw that out. And my mom's, little bit of a hoarder. In case someone misheard me, I said hoarder. Hoarder. My mom is not a whore. Get that word out of your head. You're sick. She's a little bit of a hoarder. So I just figured she's just going to throw them out. Maybe she'll give them to charity or whatever. And at the time, I was dating someone. I was in a relationship, I believe, with someone, and I was still living at home, and she would come over. She would even spend the night sometimes, and my stepdad, who is basically my dad. I say I didn't have a dad. I didn't grow up with a dad, but I got one eventually, and he was pretty damn freaking awesome. Except he liked to sleep naked. He liked to sleep in the nude. Hated. My mom said that, like, if he had to wear, like, if we slept over our aunt's house for Christmas and he had to wear like a actual pajama, like pants and a she'd give him like a little button down, like, those matching pajamas that have buttons on the top for men. She said that, like, he would sleep and, like, just kick his legs around like he's just restless leg syndrome, like he can't do it. Hates it. Used to sleep naked all the time. And then he would get up, and my girl at the time would also get up, and my fucking dad's walking around with his fucking 60-year-old scrotum just swinging around and shit. And it's like, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's at moments like these that I love that my parents have no idea what a podcast is. Anyways. So my mom and I had a little intervention. Like, you gotta start sleeping with some clothes on. You have to, a little bit of clothes, a little bit. I thought maybe he'd throw on like boxers or something, but apparently the as he expressed to me, the main issue was he didn't like to feel the constriction in the garden of good and evil, if you know what I mean. He didn't like it. He didn't like to feel the he didn't like it if there wasn't enough room to work in Geppetto's workshop, if you know where I'm going with this. And I was like, I see. Well, you gotta find some sort of solution, Pops. Because it's getting a little weird. It's getting a little weird, And so one day I wake up. And, I'm going to the bathroom. And I can see the bathroom door is closed and the light. You see the light, underneath, coming out from underneath the bathroom door. I'm like, all right. I know my dad's in there because my mom's in the living room or in the kitchen. Because my mom was the type of mom that was up at 5 a.m. every day. My mom thought she was a farmer and was up at 5 a.m. every day. So if my girl's in the room, my mom's waking up like a farmer at 5 a.m. in the kitchen or the field, whatever, milking the cow. And I see a locked door and a light coming out from the bathroom. I know it's my dad. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. And I hear the toilet flush, and I'm like, all right, he's ready to come out. If not, I would have walked away because it probably would have taken a half hour to 45 minutes. But I heard the toilet flush, and I was like, all right, he's coming out, and it's cool. And he opens the door, and he's standing there wearing a tall man tee. One of my old tall man tees that my mom didn't let me throw out. He's wearing it. And he looks like he's wearing an evening gown. He looks like, in old in like those stories about the way that whenever a story takes place in like the 1920s, there's always an old man that sleeps with something that looks like a dress, and then he has all my dad needed was the matching hat. And like a candle holder to walk around with. That's how he looked in my tall man tee. And he just kind of looked at me and was like, hey, Billy. And just fucking kept shuffling on into his room. Like what I saw was completely normal. And I looked at my mom, and my mom had this look on her, because you know what? My mom knew that this was, I don't know, a little weird. I just looked at my mom, and she had this face already, like all preemptive response, like, yo no sé. He likes it. Apparently, it was the only thing he could sleep in that covered his that didn't give him like the freaking kickity legs all night long. To this day, those tall man tees live. And my dad uses them all the time. Tall man tees, dude. And by the way, to all you people that thought I was going nowhere with the whole Martin wears NBA logo clothes back in the day, fuck you. I tied all of that shit together. Martin's clothes, my clothes, the me being fat, the weight loss, the not taking compliments, my dad, my mom being a hoarder. Give me the Emmy for best adapted screenplay or best original screenplay, because that's my life, bro. That's my life, and I just tied that shit all together. Fucking every storyline came in and out, and then bang, hit you at the end with that. You guys thought I was just going on these like tangents that went absolutely nowhere, but at the end of the day, every single tangent came back at the end to mean something to my story, the climax, the conclusion. You know what that is, bro? That's just good storytelling, bro. That's the way it's done, man. Man, you would think I've been podcasting for years. This is what, episode 10? 11? I don't know. I'll count them later, but I don't know it off the top of my head. You know what's nuts? I wrote down, I told you, I just look at my notes from the stuff I've written down all week, and I put them in like the order of things that I like might want to talk about most or whatever. I've gone through like 2. Because Apple Passwords was not one of them. I think I ranted for like 20 minutes on Apple. And honestly, if you would have told me I would have spent like another 20 minutes on Lenny, I would have been like, ha! I'm pissed that Lenny's Schadenfreude got that long. I thought I was going to talk about these things for like 5 minutes. I talk a lot. I talk too much. It's about to be an hour. I talk too much. Should I talk about it like these other things? I don't know. You know what? I asked my friends. Basically, this is what I talk. This episode is shit I talked about with my friends this weekend. I thought me and my friends were gonna, whatever we discussed was gonna be like 15 minutes of this episode. I can't stop talking about it. By the way, it's finally not that cold outside right now. And I tell people, speaking of me losing weight, since I've already discussed how I lost the weight, I won't revisit that anymore. So let's just get the weight loss shit out of the way. You know what sucks the most about losing weight is I never used to be this cold before, dude. I'm cold all the time. All the time. I'm cold all the time. I could be sitting next to a fireplace and I'm asking for my sweater. When I was 225 pounds, bro, my birthday is on Christmas Day. Christmas Day? Yes, Christmas Day. Not the 24th, not the 26th, Christmas Day. I love my birthday. So I love the winter. Used to when I was a fat fuck. Now that I'm skinnier, not saying that's better. I'm not at all. I'm just saying that now that I'm skinnier, I fucking look at my friends that have been skinny the whole time on a cold winter day while I'm fucking freezing and shivering, and I ask them, I'm like, is this what you guys felt during winter this whole time? I used to love the winter. Is this what it is? This is terrible. Has it always been like this? And they actually look at me and they'll say, well, actually, no. And I'm like, oh. Okay, so I'm not just going crazy. And they're like, nah, you probably are. Because it's gotten warmer. You know, because of global warming and all. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, Decembers are always getting hotter and hotter. And I'm like, how? I'm getting bitchier and bitchier. Global warming is making me a bitch every year. I'm having the opposite effect somehow. I'm already an hour in, but there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I need another beer, so give me like 1 second, I'll be right back. We'll be right back after these messages. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm back. At least on video. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Oh, I didn't put the mic back on from my videos. Oh, damn it. I fucked up. Already. For those listening on the podcast, I have a different mic I put on my shirt for my videos. For the video aspect of this show that I will get out eventually. And I forgot to put it back on after this brief break. See, for you, with the magic of editing, I never left. But I actually went to go get another beer. And I had to take my mic off for that. And I forgot to put it back on, and I ruined the show. That's it. This is going in the trash. Cheers. So, I was I was listening to this other podcast the other day, and they were talking about Nelly and country grammar, and somebody on the podcast said I always find it funny how people had no idea that song was about drive-bys. And then the other hosts on the show were like, yeah, I know, blah, blah. And they just kept going. And I was like, whoa, what? And it's one of those shows. I was actually listening or watching it live on YouTube. Not so much listening as I was, I guess, watching live on YouTube. And you can comment on it live. And I was like, I am 35 years old. And I just learned that country grammar is about drive-by shootings today. And right before my comment went live for them to be able to read, one of the hosts was like, you know what? I bet that there are people out there right now that still don't know that. And then they saw my comment come up and we're like, oh, there you go. Bam, right now, in our chat right now. They all started laughing, and I started laughing, and I was like, get the hell out of here. And you know that I went on a little bit of a deep dive here. So my friends were over, my A Squad friends, and I asked Cole and Martin and Teddy and Lenny and Keith, I said, I just learned this, and I told them the story, and I was like, did you guys know that? And from Martin's expression, I knew immediately he did not. He was as mind blown as I was just a few days earlier. And I think he's the same age as me. He might be a little bit younger. If not, he's a lot older. I'm just kidding. He's around the same age as me. He was dumbfounded. And fucking Lenny and Teddy, of course Lenny. He's like, oh, you don't know? He was just as cocky as he was about knowing German words. He was cocky about knowing that country grammar was about drive-by shootings. Teddy knew, but Teddy was much more humble. By the way, Teddy's dying to be mentioned on the show. And he kept trying so hard, and I could tell. And you know what it felt like? It felt like I was auditioning actors for something and just kept seeing terrible auditions. Because I could tell at the end of one of his little monologues that he'd just sit there with this smile like, did I make it? Did I make it? Did I make it? And I would look at him like, that's not going on the show, dude. He was like, damn it, I just want to make your show. You know what's making the show? How many poor attempts you had at making the show. That's what's making the show. Congratulations, Teddy. You played yourself. I love you. You know what's funny? I just shitted on you on the show, and it was Lenny that was being the know-it-all all night with his German words. Yeah, it's funny. He wasn't a know-it-all all night at all, but he said that one thing about the German word, and it's what stuck with me the most. So, It's my show, and it's my narrative, and when he comes up with the podcast, he can talk about me however he wants, but he doesn't have one, so this is what's going to be, and that's life, and there you go. Country grammars about drive-bys, and of course Lenny knew. And I didn't know. And they're like, whoa, what did you think it was about? And I'm like, well, I knew all the lyrics to the chorus, you know? And here's the thing, let's go over it. Let's get into it. I'm going down, down, baby. Your street in the rain. You know how I'm going down, down, baby. Your street in the Range Rover, street sweeper, baby. Cop ready to let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, go, well, listen to it, pal. Light it up and take a puff, pass it to me now. You know how that song goes. And if you don't, how old are you, bro? And if you don't, go listen to a Wiggles song. But for all you people of age, I'm going down, down, baby. So I'm going down, down, baby, your street in a Range Rover. That's fine. I get that. Here's where the disconnect begins. It is on this next lyric where we cease to be on the same page. Because I'm with you with I'm going down, down, baby, your street in a Range Rover. But once we get to street sweeper, baby, cocked ready to let it go, man, I did not know what that was supposed to mean, and I thought it meant something different. And let's find out what street sweeper, baby, cocked ready to let it go. Here's the thing. When I start saying it out loud, it's like, you idiot. 12-year-old Will, you stupid idiot. You should have known that. You should have known that. Street sweeper, cocked, ready to let it go. You tell me that now? I'd be like, oh, well, that sounds like a gun. That sounds like a gun. Because in America, everything sounds like a gun now. You could tell me, pop a can open and gun, drink it, and I'd be like, oh, he's talking about shooting people. That's a song about gun violence. You could tell me, bend over and tie a shoe, and I'm like, he's talking about loading up a gun and shooting up an entire block. That's what that's about. The song could go, I want to love you like you've never been loved before. And I'm like, oh, that's a song about killing someone in a manner that's never been done before. Obviously. With a gun. Now I would know that this song was about gun violence. Because everything is about gun violence. But I would know. Back then, stupid little naive 12-year-old Will had no idea. Street sweeper, baby, cocked ready to let it go. A street sweeper is apparently a term for a type of like shotgun. It's called an arm cell striker shotgun. It almost looks like a Tommy gun. And of course, fucking Lenny and Teddy are describing this shit to me, and I'm standing or sitting there like, I never knew. Stupid me. And Teddy's all like, well, it's cool, not everybody knows everything. And Lenny's like, well, that's why I'm smarter than you. Next lyric, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, well, listen to it, pal. That's just that little fucking hand game that you play in recess, right? Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, well, listen to me. It's like Mary, Miss Mary, black. I'm dressed in black, with something black, and buttons of black. And then you fucking do a bunch of claps and shit. That's one of those things. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, well, right? Harmless little fucking kids clapping game. Light it up and take a puff, pass it to me now. Even I knew what that meant as a stupid, naive 12-year-old child. I knew that was weed. You know why? Because I was going to be addicted to weed no matter what, and I knew it as a 12-year-old naive piece of stupid shit. I tie everything back, bro, because I'm a freaking Hollywood writer, bro. That's why. Everything has a callback, dude. You think this is by accident? You don't think I'm a comedic genius? I told you, man. Light it up and take a puff. Now I get it. I'm going down, down, baby, your street in a Range Rover with a gun, street sweeper, baby. It's cocked, it's loaded, and I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to just boom, 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 bang, 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 shoot everybody up. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, what? Listen to it pound. He's just like remixing a kid's little like game, but saying, listen to it pound? That's the gun going bang, 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 man. He turned a child's game into telling you to listen for the gunshots as I go down, down, baby, your street in a Range Rover. The only thing I got right was that he was smoking weed in the process. The future addict in me, the person that knew that he was going to be a pothead before he ever smoked weed, knew that that Nelly was smoking weed while I got the rest of the chorus wrong. And humble ass Lenny looked at me and was like, well, what the fuck did you think this chorus was about? And I was like, I'll tell you. I'm going down, down, baby. Your street in a Range Rover. To me, that means, listen up, world. I'm coming out and I'm ready to paint the town red or green or whatever. I'm coming out. How I know what to know. I'm gonna let it show. It's just I'm ready to party. I'm going down your street, baby. Your street in a Range Rover, ready to party. I'm painting the town red. Street sweeper babies, dude. I saw street sweepers around my hood all the time. I thought it was just like, hey man, I'm back and it ain't no big deal because I'm always around. I am part of the hood, man. You know. I'm cocked, ready to let it go. That means, dude, I'm amped up, man. I'm ready to have a great time, man. I can't wait to come down your street in my vehicle and release all this good energy I have inside of me, man. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, well, listen to it pound. I want to play games with you, man. Dude, once I arrive in this vehicle of mine with this freaking positive energy that I can't wait to unload, the first thing I'm going to do when I get out of my Range Rover is I'm going to find the first freaking young individual and I'm going to play a little fucking hand school yard hand game with you. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, well, listen to it pound. Let's play. And then, of course, light it up and take a puff, pass it to me, man. And then let's smoke some weed. That's the only thing I got right, dude. I thought that like when Nelly came around Yo Street in a Range Rover, that it was like, here comes the happiest man in the world. And let's all join him in the streets, our streets that he's coming down, down, baby. And let's have a good time with him. Because he's, you know what? Hey guys, what? Nelly's coming. Where's he coming? He's coming down. He's coming down, down, baby. Down, down, baby? Down where, baby? Down Yo Street. Nelly's coming down, down my street? What's Nelly coming down in? A Range Rover. What? He is? Well, what kind of mood is Nelly in? Bro, Nelly's cocked and ready to let it go. Really? He's coming down our street, baby, in a Range Rover, cocked ready to let it go? Yeah, dude. Come on. But hold up. Is he in a playful mood by any chance? Hey, yo. He's playing shimmy, shimmy, coco, what? With the girls. He's listening to a pal. Don't you hear the Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black. You don't hear him playing outside right now? Well, damn. I'm going to bring my weed then. Don't even bother. He's already lining up, taking the puff and passing it to me now. He's passing it to me now. And then this dude comes running down. Like, shit, I'm going to chill with Nelly. Because he's on my street in a Range Rover. Ready to paint the town red. Playing hand games with the local youth. Smoking joints and blunts and passing it around. And then you get down to the street and then suddenly bang, 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 dang, you're dead. Because that song was actually about a drive-by. And there was nothing good about it. Nothing positive about it. You're dead, bro. You're dead. When he was painting the town red, it was red with your blood. You're going down, baby, Yo Street in the Range Rover because you're dead. From a drive-by. That's what Country Grammar was about. Holy cow, man. I sang that as a 12-year-old with a smile on my face. Had no idea. You're dead, bro. You're dead. And on that note, I just want to say be sure to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Follow me at I'm Will Bryant on all platforms. That's Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. 3 words. At I'm Will Bryant. Bryant, like Kobe. Kobe. This has been Big Kid with Will Bryant. Or should I say, this has been Schadenfreude with Will Bryant, the show that makes you Schaden like a Freuden again. I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. Until next time, Freuden.